What's going on, guys? This is Jason of Auglitical. I swim through the politics so you don't drown too. I am just a man trying to bring common sense in a world where common sense isn't so common. So we're over here back on the hellscape, also known as Reddit. And this is an article, well, not an article, but this is a post that interests the hell out of me because it really does truly show the state that we are in as a society. As civilization is moving on, it's just getting more and more goofy, more and more weird. Let's get into it. I am a trans guy and terrified of cis guys my age. Will this get better over time? So break down the title. I am a trans guy, meaning a woman, and I'm terrified of cis guys. First off, cis is a slur. So this is a woman who is disrespecting men, right? This is a woman who wants to be a man, disrespecting men, terrified of men. So again, this is a person trying to forcefully move into a space where they do not belong. They will never belong there, as there's some amalgamation of two different things, right? And again, there's no reason to be mean to these type of fucking people unless they ask for it, unless they start it themselves. Like I say all the time, don't respect people that don't respect you. Coming out the gate, this person is not respectful to biological males, but wants to be a male by disrespecting males. Okay. This post is probably going to be really pretty messy because I have no idea how to even explain this. I'm so sorry in advance. Can tell female hands wrote that. I'm currently 18 in my last year of high school. I have been trans female to male for 2 years now, and I think it's been the worst 2 years of my life. Should tell you a lot. To summarize, I don't take testosterone yet, so you got a chance to turn it back. You got a chance to turn the beat back. But I do go to male bathrooms and change in the male locker rooms, etc. My only goal in life currently is to fit in with the men. I want to be a man, want to be seen as a man, and want to feel like I actually belong with the men, if that makes sense. But currently, I feel like I'm hovering in between, not seen as a woman, not seen as a man. You will never be a man. As far as passing as a man will ever go will be people who it slips under their radar because they're not putting you under the scope for less than 5 minutes. If a man hangs around a person pretending to be a man for more than 5 seconds, the second you get your second sentence coming out of your mouth, they already know. They pick up on your body language, they pick up on the way you're moving, the way your mannerisms are, they pick up everything. I can tell when something's wrong. I will go either this person's really, really effeminate, which there are guys who are not super masculine, and that's fine. Or I would be like, there's something deeper going on here. I would know that there's something wrong in the universe. Most men would. And here's the deal, those men who are effeminate are still men at the end of the day. They don't need to pretend to be men. They just are men. There's multiple different things that go into being a man, but when you started off as a woman, you can't change that. Period. To summarize, okay, I kind of already accepted that this is going to be something that takes time, and I'm okay with that. But the guys at school make it so much worse. They follow me into the bathrooms to start banging on the stall door. Tell me if I don't have a dick, I'm not allowed in there. Yell slurs at me when I walk past. The whole school knows my name because I stand out. As not many people have met a trans person before. Guys, I've never talked to before come up to try to taunt me. Okay, check it. That's fucked up. But let's just be real here. If it was years earlier than this, it would have been much worse. And all things considered, this person is very lucky because the freaks would have preyed on this individual. It's already bad enough weak men are already seen as weak and get preyed on by other males, and you're still in young ages. But you're 18. This is the thing. You're 18, so you're right on the precipice of like these young guys, these youngins becoming adults, so they're getting more freedom, and it's like either going to be the best years of your life or the worst years of your life. This is the part where you have these individuals that are going to be doing the most extreme things to find themselves. So you just put a big ass bullseye on your back by being a woman. They know you're a woman. You may not be an attractive woman, but you still got a pussy. You still have titties. They're still going to bother you. This is what young people do. Not even young people. This is just what humans do. It's fucked up, but it is what it is. And you're making yourself a target. It's made me really afraid, even towards strangers that have no idea I'm trans to begin with. I'm just hoping this gets better as I grow up, that people will be a bit more mature by then because I really don't want to keep living as this insider that doesn't quite belong anywhere. Well, that's on you. See, the thing is, you can't force other people to accept you. This is the realest shit I can say about this. You cannot force other people to accept you. If you don't even accept yourself, and you clearly don't accept yourself, but you want others to accept you, you can't force other people to live in your delusions. You're not even living your life. You're forcing other people to live your life for your validation. Also sounds like a female thing. Traditional crew says, start with not calling us cis men. We're men. You want us to respect you, then show us the same respect. Oh yeah, forgot to say, this is questioning, this is the Reddit Ask Men. So this is a woman trying to be a man going into a male dominated forum disrespectfully and saying this. And here's the deal. Maybe that shit works with trans females, the males that want to be females. They go into female spaces, and females are going to sit there and they're going to try to adapt and mold themselves and be tolerable. Men are not going to do that. Even on leftist ass radical Reddit, dudes are going to still pop up and be like, nah, we're not doing that. Because that's just in men's nature. It's not that we're not flexible. We just know that we need structure. Let's look at some of these comments. You understand that cis is just a descriptor, right? In what possible way is correctly identified that you were born a man disrespectful? Negative 14 dislikes. 14 dislikes. This is what that's the good shit right there. That's what we want to see. That's what we want to see. Because the vast majority of us don't like being called that. That is why. Just because you don't think it's disrespectful, that doesn't mean it's not. It's no different than me talking a certain way towards you and thinking I'm fine with what I'm saying. If you were to tell me you don't like that and ask me to stop, I would be disrespectful. I would be disrespectful if I continue talking that way to you. I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm just saying we don't like being called that. And the person, a reply, agreed. It's othering. The group OP is trying to be a part of. I'm super interested to hear what makes you think you represent the vast majority of man. The person's name is. Was that description? Straight men. Please don't send me a picture of your genitals. Not even remotely interested. What the fuck do you mean? What game are you playing? Your name is Polly. What the fuck are you talking about? You take anything. We throw a hot dog through a hallway, you're sure to catch it. What are you talking about? A person named Polly wants to be respected. I'm pretty interested to hear what makes you think you represent the vast majority of men. I was also born with dangly bits, so you're a dude. You're a guy. You're a guy trying to sit there and tell people that it's okay to be called cis because your fucking Mickey Mouse goofy playhouse ass wants to sit there. And mind you, it's not about disliking gays or disliking trans or disliking bi. Well, disliking gays or disliking bis. It's the trans problem. It's the fucking trans people who they're more confused than the average. On average, they're more confused than the average. And you gotta sit there and you just gotta be like, yo, you scaring even the people of the LGB away, because y'all just fucking nuts. I was also born with dangly bits, and I have no problem being described as cis. Don't speak for me. But then you don't speak for men, because you threw away your fucking identity. You decided to bend reality, so why should other people play into your fucking delusions? So a person who is a reality bender is telling other men who are men to not be men because the reality bender is okay with it. And because whatever the reality bender wants, that's what we should follow. Fuck out of here. Negative 6 dislikes. This is what I'm talking about with the goofiness. LOL, yeah, I see where this is going. Whatever you got to tell yourself, I answered your question. You understand that male is just a descriptor, right? And what possible way is correctly identifying that a trans woman was born a male disrespectful? Does that help? Male is a neutral descriptor, but trans women don't like being called it. So the polite thing to do is respect that. Many men don't like being called cis. The polite thing to do is respect that. You're fighting with fire with fire. I wouldn't even do that. I wouldn't even play that game with them. I wouldn't even do that. But eh, 99.9% of self identified men were born men. Using the term cis in your vocabulary does nothing to help you be seen as a man. In real life, I have never heard someone use the term cis. You want to know the truth? It's because you hang around normal individuals. It'd be the fucking radicals that go online, find each other down the way. They stick to each other. Again, back in the day, these would have been the weirdos in the village, that there's one or two weirdos in the village who you keep them up there on the hill somewhere. You watch over to make sure they don't burn the fucking village down while everybody sleeps, and you call it a fucking day, right? But you don't let those people breed. You don't let those people meet other. Well, you can let them. You get what I'm saying? We don't let them fucking form a town on their own because shit gets bad. Seattle, California, New York. You get what I'm saying? Shit gets bad. It's helpful here given the context. Jesus God. Jesus and God left the child already. How about using real man or just man and everybody understands? Nobody wants to be called the sissy. I found him, everyone. I found the victim. Again, a person named Polly Throwaway. It sure makes you talk a lot. Got something to do while the coffee sets in. What exactly brought you to that conclusion? So, I mean, just hovering over Polly's bullshit. So, you have female bits and you change it in men's lockers? Yes, my classmates are fine with this. Luckily, -4. I knew a girl at 14 who underwent hormone therapy to transition to male. A year later, she had a facial stubble and her voice was breaking. Amazing. Classmate, good. You sound like a sexual predator's wet dream. I wouldn't recommend public male restrooms. What a weird thing to say to someone. No, that is a person being fucking honest with you. You came into a male space being disingenuous from the get-go, and you're getting actual male responses, and they're looking out for you, and you're not fucking listening. What is the point of you even coming here if you're not listening to these people? Why would you go into a You're gonna get raped. This person's gonna get fucking raped. This person is going to get raped. If you don't think that they're fucking deranged, listen, men have to look out because there's dangerous men out there. Why do you think men don't want their fucking children or their daughters in the bathrooms with men? Oh my fucking God. Oh my God. What a weird thing to say to somebody. Many, not all, but many males react think logical instead of reacting with emotion. Laughing my ass off, -1. Mm. Want to be accepted by fitting with the males? Better get used to these kind of remarks quick. Yeah, because men could be fucking harsh. Don't understand. Women are fucking brutal. They are ruthless. And they actually mean it. Men are just on a fucking. They just tell it like it is, and they call it a day. That's just normal. It's a lot of times it's not even that deep. A lot of times a man will be like, "What's the fucking joke?" Man, I feel fat, and your friend will come up to you and be like, "Bro, out of the 5 people that are fat, you're 3 of them, right?" He's like, understand, dudes and women are very fucking different. They're very fucking different when it comes down to being ruthless towards each other. But when it comes down to men, you have to develop a thick skin because if you are emotionally compromised as a man, other people, women are going to take advantage of you. Adults are going to fucking men are going to take advantage of you. Young cats coming up are going to take advantage of you because they're going to see you as fucking weak. This is just the reality of shit. This is just the fucking reality of shit. Many, not all, but many males. Okay, okay. Just be careful. Some men aren't so nice. I'll give it to you straight. I know you want to hang out with the boys, and some will really want to hang out with you too, if you know what I mean. Good thing I'll find decent people to hang out with then. You can stop being weird now. Mate, you came here to ask men for advice. Men are giving you advice. Here's the thing that may seem creepy, but let's be honest. You want to fit in with men, right? So you transition to a man. You never mentioned that you was attracted to women. If you were attracted to women, you would stay in the women's locker. You could have just been bisexual or you could have just been a lesbian. Instead, you want to pretend to be a man by being around men. I'm sorry. If I was attracted to, okay, here we go. If I was attracted to men and I wanted to, oh, sorry, if I was attracted to men and I wanted to be accepted, no, I'm sorry, because just so many mental gymnastics. If I was this person, so the opposite would be me being a male, I would not transition to remove myself from being around males. This person clearly, I'm guessing that this, I think that this person likes males and wants to fit in with males by becoming males. And then it's like, then why not just be female? Women get a free ride to be in the group. You just got to play your cards right. Anyway, anyway, he's not being weird. He's letting you know what is reality. Society is still transitioning into improving spaces for trans people. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's never gonna improve for trans people because trans people are their own worst enemy. As you get older, the people around you will become more mature and your life will improve. You sure? Because you guys do know this is the most conservative generation. I don't mean conservative normal. I mean radical conservative generation. You people better all that shit that the trans people and LGBT and all of that shit was doing in media and entertainment and sports and all of that shit. There's gonna be a hard pendulum shift. It's already shifting. You sure? Look, understand one thing. Some men look at you as prey. Yes, he's not lying. Rationally thinking people will just leave you be, but I'm really curious as to why you're saying that. Men can't contain themselves without seeing female genitals. Go change in a male locker being a biological female. Find out the hard way. My man just said fuck around, find out. I have many times. Your point. All right, you keep. All right, all right. Leave America and do that. See what happens. I have many times and I'm fine. Your point. I just made it. Again, these are not people who are coming into these things really asking question. My only goal in life currently is to fit in with a man. Is to fit in with the men. I want to be a man, want to be seen as a man. I want to feel like I actually belong with the men. I think this is very optimistic. Most men will never see you as a man. You will either be seen as a woman or trans. Age within. I'm not gonna lie to you or pretend that this will pass with over time because if you want a true answer, and I'm writing this with pure faith. I'm writing this with pure good intent for your sake. School is rough. If you can get taunted. Kids are cruel. So are the teenagers in college. People won't taunt you like that because they'll be an adult. You'll be in an adult environment. That's bullshit. But school is different. It's basically a test of truth. It is a place where kids are for. What do you mean it's gonna be better in college? That's when the school shooting starts. What the fuck? It's basically a test of truth. It is a place where kids are for. Well, no, that's not true. But being picked on in college, these people, this person is going to be an outsider through and through, and then end up having resentment and try to shoot up a school. It's basically a test of truth. It is a place where kids are forged, winners, losers, cowards, geniuses, etc. Yes, there are still kids and they will grow up, but there's a reason why high school friendship and military roommates last decades, where friendships from college are less likely, because it shows the truth. That's how men work. They do taunt you because that's what they think about you and are not afraid of being honest. However, when they stop doing that in college, that doesn't mean their opinions have changed. They still think the same, just not expressive about it. Men always test the others to see who is a threat, who is prey, who is harmless, who is beneficial, etc. This is a survival skill baked in the DNA. If they mess with the wrong guy, it could be their end. If they mess with the right guy, it's entertainment. They taunt each other all the time, poke some nerves to see reactions because those reactions speak the truth about you. Men will insult each other and get into fights, but 2 days later, they are bros holding shoulders. Been through a few of those. It's weird, but that's how we work. We always test each other. I'm saying this because other men will always test you. They will always poke you there and there, here and there, and see if you have any weaknesses to figure out who's the top dog. This will continue to happen and it won't go away. Ever. You choose to be one of them anyway. The only solution is to learn how to handle those. To not show weakness, but also without aggression. You can ask other men not to make fun of you or not to be mean towards you because it will push because they will I'm sorry, you cannot ask other men not to make fun of you or not be mean towards you because they will push even further and they won't stop. They'll never stop. The only solution is to have nerves of steel and learning how to handle them. There are two worst ways to handle bullying: crying and violence. Crying means you couldn't solve your problem, so you have to suffer in silence. If you show violence, you lost the argument and admitted that you can't defeat the person who bullied you, which means they win. So, how do you win this game? Don't be a well, that's not true because if you beat a bully's ass, you beat a bully's ass. That's completely different. I don't agree with that. But you know what? All right. So how do you win this game? Don't be a person who can be taunted. Don't show weakness. Don't give bullies materials for them to use. Basically, be a man, which this person is not a man, so they don't know how to do it. So they're gonna emulate it, and it's not gonna work. Oh, but this is some good advice. But he's telling him to be stoic from the manliest of men. Most men don't even know how to be stoic. Are you kidding me? As for accepting you as a trans man, it will be rare. There will be people that will accept you 100%. You will find them if you look hard enough, but they will be rare. Very, very few, in fact. Majority of men won't accept you. It is cruel. It's not good. But no, it's not that it's not good. It's just that that's natural. They're not gonna play into that person's fucking that person's fucking illusions. But it is what it is. I won't lie to you about a bright future or blame others for your problems. You should accept the fact that things will be difficult and it will stay that way. So you need to learn how to handle this. Basically, that's how men deal with it. OP, I'm sorry this has happened to you, but you chosen life on hard mode. For better or worse, part of being a man is having other men test you for emotional weakness. While we have enjoyed a relatively peaceful era in human history, for most of human history, the men around you would have needed to trust your emotional strength when you're literally back to back against overwhelming odds, fighting the enemy, some big mean animal off with spears. It's not very nice. It may not be the best way to act in modern society, but it really is a thing. It sucks, but by pointing out your emotional weaknesses, they're giving you an opportunity to grow emotional strength. So, man up, tell them to piss off, and get stronger both mentally and physically, and be prepared to self rescue. As a man, nobody is coming to save you, so save yourself. How many times have I said that shit? Women don't get that shit. Men, bro, when something bad happens to a woman, it is hardwired in fucking men and women alike to come to that person's aid. When a man needs help, that man's like, help! Help me. And he's neck deep in seawater, and the fucking boat is just moving, and he doesn't even get to see the boat anymore. It's blurry, and you know how it is when your head goes and hits water, and all you see is the fucking lights from far away, and everything is wet and shit. That's what it's like being a man. That is what it's like being a man when you are drowning and the seventh gates of despair, depression, and fucking yeah, yeah. Once you get out of high school, it's gonna flip like a switch. I think, sure it is. One more. You're a girl. That's why you don't feel like you fit in with the boys. Plain and simple. I understand there's a trendy trans fad, but I recommend waiting a few years to grow out of this fade. Any psychologist worth a damn will recommend this. I recommend really studying statistics on the subject and put logic over emotions. Let me be very clear here. You're putting yourself in danger. Again, 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 again. And that's all I got. I forgot what I was going to say. Anyway, guys, that's the video. Catch you next time. Peace.